Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.
All right, guys, you guys know that this is an election year, and the midterm elections are coming up here pretty soon right now. And the Democrats, the Socialist Democrat Party, is projected to get demolished here in the midterms. We will actually have to see. Now, when it comes to Joe Biden, he is underwater in the polls. Just today, we found out that inflation now is at 9.1%. The highest in the last 42 years. It actually beat projections because they expected it to be at 8.8%. This man is a disaster. And I don't believe there's really much that Joe Biden has done right. Actually, nothing if you ask me. However, when you look at the polls, the only thing that he's getting credit for is his response to the Wuhan virus. Joe Biden has a 51% approval with that. Now, what is he actually doing at this point? I don't know. Nothing really. I mean, this thing is never, ever going away, folks. It is here to stay. Just like the common cold, just like the flu. At this point, guys, they should just call it the common COVID, if you ask me. Well, guys, Dr. Fauci is back in the news because Dr. Fauci is the highest paid government employee. Yeah, he makes more than Joe Biden does. And this man now, I believe he's trying to go up to bat for the Democrats because now he is pushing the fear yet again with the Wuhan virus. Check this out, guys. Fauci returns after COVID battle, because he had the Wuhan virus, to urge masks and boosters as cases surge. Now, this is not shocking, folks. This is not shocking. We're months away from the midterm elections. They're prepping you to be afraid. Now, I find this interesting, guys, because Dr. Fauci is over 80 years old. Over 80. He has had 4 jabs, and he's still got the virus. But here's the kicker, folks. He's still alive. Beijing Biden is about to be 80 years old. And he's traveling around the world. Not wearing a mask, by the way. But all of a sudden now, Dr. Fauci wants you to wear a mask again. Boy. Let's read this, guys. Dr. Fauci returned to lead the White House's public messaging on COVID-19 this week after his own battle with the disease, urging Americans to again wear masks and get boosted amid the threat of waning immunity against surging new variants. Now, I find it interesting, guys, that they actually are still calling it Omicron, but now they have like BA5 or something like that. It's never actually changed from Omicron. It's still Omicron, by the way. But anyway, the administration's 81-year-old chief medical advisor has been laying low since testing positive in mid-June. Now recovered, the quadruple vaccinated infectious disease expert gave a series of interviews Tuesday to warn of surging cases sparked by the latest Omicron variant of BA5. So I was right about that naming of it. And caution Americans that even those recently recovered from an infection are still likely at risk. Quote, "The threat to you is now," Fauci warned during a White House briefing Tuesday. Immunity wanes, whether that's immunity following infection or immunity following vaccine. If you were infected with BA1, you really don't have a lot of good protection against BA4 or 5. He warned of the latest 2 Omicron strains that account for more than 80% of circulating variants last week. So he's saying that even if you get infected, you pretty much could still get 4 or 5. You don't really have much immunity. That's what he's really saying here. Even with the jabs, because he said it too. Quote, "We should not let it disrupt our lives, but we cannot deny that it is a reality that we need to deal with." During an interview with MSNBC, Fauci singled out the New York area where you're starting to see cases go up. Quote, is something we absolutely need to take seriously. It has a transmission advantage over the prior variants that were dominant. He insisted of the new variant, which makes up a majority of cases. Quote, everyone wants to put this pandemic behind us and feel and hope that it doesn't exist. It does. Now, I never believed that the pandemic did not exist. But however, a few months ago, the same Anthony Fauci declared that we were out of the pandemic phase. Yes, he said that. And he did try to backtrack it, but Anthony Fauci said that. Folks, this virus is never going away, ever. You better just learn how to deal with this thing. But he continues on, quote, however, the good news is we have the capability and the tools to address it. And we just need to utilize those tools, he told the network. That includes getting vaccinated and boosted, even for those who have recently recovered from an infection, as well as wearing masks when in crowded indoor settings, he told MSNBC. Quote, we're not talking mandating anything, at least not yet. But if they do mandates, man, Democrats definitely get blown out. He insisted, saying his team was only, quote, recommending people when they are in indoor congregated settings to wear a mask. Still doing this thing. Well, guys, I hope that, why don't he just say, we recommend that you wear an N95 mask? Because the cloth masks, they've already come out and said that that doesn't really do a whole lot. That's not coming from me. That actually came from the CDC. That's why they're recommending N95 masks. But guys, I'm going to say this. When I actually go out, I would probably say only about 10% of people right now are wearing masks. About 10% where I'm at. People are moving on with their lives. They are. Have you seen Joseph Biden, who is almost an 80-year-old man wearing a mask? Have you seen Dr. Fauci wearing a mask? Have you seen these politicians in the January 6th hearing wearing a mask? No. And I haven't even really watched the January 6th hearings, but I've seen pictures. And none of these people, mainly Democrats, none of them are wearing a mask, and all of this is inside. Folks, this is another fear tactic. They want you to be afraid of this thing. They really, really want you to be afraid of this thing. But these same people that are telling you now to wear a mask for the third straight year now, they're not wearing them themselves. The word is Joe Biden, since he's actually overseas, he says he's just going to try to avoid like fist bumps. That's it. These people are pretty pathetic. I believe Dr. Fauci needs to go. He needs to retire, disappear, and go away. Because I'm wondering, what are they going to say after the midterm elections if the Democrats lose control? What do they have to play then? We'll have to see. They just want you to be afraid. Because they want you to actually go out there and vote, because Democrats can save us. They can protect us. Remember, Joe Biden said he was going to shut down the virus. He lied to you. There is nothing at all that he, Dr. Fauci, anybody can do to make this thing go away, because it is a virus. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.